policy and then turn around and say we want it to be even longer than what the president is offering. So I think there's been a great deal of inconsistency from the GOP.
So, John, as we know now from Vice President Biden, who has this op-ed piece in the Des Moines Register, the first two words of that piece are Mitt Romney. But he goes on to say, quote, and I want to read it for everybody, Romney appears satisfied to settle for an economy in which fewer people succeed, while the majority of Americans are left to tread water or fall behind. The president and I firmly believe, like my father, that every man and woman is entitled to basic dignity. So how does Romney, John, fight that message on the campaign trail and drive a different message to those people?
Well, the first thing that I would do if I were Mitt Romney or on his campaign would be to talk about how the labor force under Barack Obama has actually shrunk by 300,000 people. These are people that are actually out of the workforce because they've stopped looking for work. You remember the Financial Times last week or a couple weeks ago had said that the real unemployment rate is actually 11%, not 8.6%, but 11%, because a lot of the folks who have just given up looking for work aren't even included in those surveys nowadays. I think that the consumer sentiment that we're seeing at record lows, the lowest that it's been since the Carter administration, I think we're seeing a repeated malaise of the late 1970s, and I think that there's a lot there for Romney, who's a businessman, who's created jobs in his companies. I think there's a huge trajectory there for him to be talking about jobs. You have a White House that really doesn't want to be talking about jobs in the economy if they don't have to.
Keith Boykin, John Collegio, thank you so much. Oh, Keith, I'm sorry. Go ahead real quickly because we got a bolt.
Yeah, I just want to point out real quickly that we were losing 700,000 jobs a month when President Obama took office. We've now added 2.9 million jobs for the past 21 months. It's not great, but there is progress that's being made and will continue to be made if we have compromise.
It's at least some traction. You make a good point. Keith, John, gentlemen, thanks so much. Happy holidays to both of you. I appreciate your time. Anti-Gingrich political groups say that Newt Gingrich has too much baggage. Coming up, I'm going to get a chance to speak with his daughter, Jackie, what she thinks of that, and if she thinks it could cost her dad the job.